It's that time of the morning, once again, when the sun suddenly comes out from behind the clouds.
Wait. So are you getting all poetic?
Yeah,
and
you know,
everything? Okay.
I like to get some poetry going on early in the morning. From behind the clouds.
Yes.
The sun rises on a Wednesday.
So this is the time when I grab my cup of coffee, and I hope you're grabbing one too.
Yeah.
It's time for you to tuck in for a 2-hour ride that is Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, and of course, as things go on the show, it's quite simply unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's why we try to make your mornings complete every single day.
Yes, indeed. It's quite. It's actually quite a lot of work. A big shout out to the whole
A
team.
lot of work,
Yeah.
sleepless nights, early.
Mornings. Speaking of early mornings.
Just because of you.
Yeah.
Every single day.
We're here from 7 till 9 a.m. every morning. We're coming to you live from our studios at TVC Communications, and we're here to bring you the best of lifestyle and entertainment. My name is Titilayo Onyison, and it's a pleasure being here with you this morning.
Yeah, and I'm Yomi Ope. You can also keep up with us online on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Now, of course, as usual, please keep the comments coming. Let us know what you're up to today and what you think about stuff going on in Abuja. Let us know. Let us know. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
Very interesting stuff happening.
Interesting stuff.
And well, there's something magical about our set. The kitchen. We're not leaving the kitchen out of today's show. Chef Susan is right here with MM.
Hi guys, good morning. How are you doing?
Hey.
Yomi, that table that you are shaking. That table that you're shaking.
The kitchen table.
You're standing on that table alone.
Are you talking about the kitchen table?
No, you already know table I'm talking about. How you guys doing though? I missed you guys.
Excellent.
I missed you guys.
Yes, welcome back.
Welcome
MM.
back, MM.
Thank you.
We'll talk about your trip later on.
Yes,
Oh, you travel.
all right, so so much is happening on the show today.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to start with relationships. Different kinds of men out there. Joanna Adeyileka will be talking to us about, or talking to the ladies, about dealing with a man who is clearly a mommy's boy.
Like Mike. Just saying. And on health, this week, breastfeeding moms are the focus in commemoration of the World Breastfeeding Week. Olaoye Oyetolani will be joining us to talk about meal plans and nutrition for nursing mothers.
MM is back with us. She will be showing us some fashion hacks to switch things up in your closet.
Can't wait to see that. And after, we'll be bringing you a performance from one of Nigeria's fastest growing and award-winning female rappers, BC. She'll be treating us to her new single, Ife.
Wait for this hype, baby. Are you ready for this one?
And finally, Nollywood actress Jumoke Odetola will be joining us for a chat on the show.
ẹ máa wá títí tó fi ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀.
Need it for
ọ̀gá yín gan tó jẹ́ principal kò bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ in that manner. àti pé subject wo ni ẹni tó ń bóra báyìí kọ́ ta ló bóra. Oh, Jackie,
all right, guys.
So much to talk about.
So many things happening. All the papers, of course, are reporting what happened in Abuja yesterday. Abuja was, you know, on fire.
That was lit.
Was lit.
It was lit.
Politically.
Yeah.
And
if you were to give it a name, what movie, what title, what drama, what series?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, eh?
more like House of Cards.
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Nice.
Great
I like
one.
that one. I like that one.
But you know, the what I want to pick out from this is the power of social media.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the videos, about 2 or 3 videos that we saw that, you know, went viral yesterday of a woman standing up to them. That was very cool for women and all of that. Everybody was asking, what's her name and all that. But then it's the power of social media, because now we know that in the aftermath of those actions, the boss of the DSS has been fired. And, you know, people think that when you post on social media, you're not doing anything. Social media has become a representation of who you are.
Well.
So actually, yeah, okay, yes, you might need in a number of things to go out physically, but then when you post on social media, always remember that you are representing yourself and you're putting yourself out there.
Exactly, exactly.
So,
that's why.
But a few other people were also very disappointed that that same power on social media is not translating itself in the movements for hashtag #EndSARS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
it's actually started a real conversation.
yeah, exactly.
In fact, it was
True.
the hashtag #EndSARS that brought about hashtag Reform SARS. Because
yeah.
people now started talking about okay, do we need to end it, or
do we
should
need
we
to
just
reform it?
retrain
Exactly.
them?
Yeah.
You know, fish out the bad eggs and things like that. So I think
like
it works
that.
in a way.
You know, and you know, when you look at especially where we've seen social media's power when it comes to remember the codeine issue.
Yeah.
You know, the reports by foreign media organization.
Yeah,
quite a
social
number
media
of
is
them.
beginning to,
You know,
yeah.
so just retweeting, pushing up something out
Yeah.
there. It has power. When the voices are heard, you know, it does really do something.
But the only place I have an issue is where people tend to abuse that power and use it for their own selfish reasons.
Like cyberbullying.
Very true.
That's what
Very
I
true. There's so many different issues, and I just wish we had enough time to keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
But it's about time for us to head over to the news.
Hello, good morning, and thanks for joining us. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. The installment of a new DG for the State Security Service followed the sacking of Lawal Daura as the Director General of the service. In a statement released by the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the Vice President Laolu Akonde, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo had directed Daura to hand over to the most senior officer of the State Security Service until further notice. Now, our next story contains flash photography. The Department of State Security Service now has a new Chief Intelligence Officer. He is Matthew Seyafa. Until his appointment, he was the director in charge of the Institute of Security Studies, an institution established in 2005 as the Cardinal Training Institution for the Secret Service. The acting DG is an indigene of Bayelsa State and was Director of Operations of the service between 2007 and 2010. Insiders at the SSS said he's close to retirement and was billed to proceed on terminal leave later this month. Meanwhile, acting President Yemi Osinbajo describes the unauthorized takeover of the National Assembly complex as a gross violation of constitutional order. Senior Special Assistant to the acting President on Media and Publicity, Laolu Akonde, said the action was done without the knowledge of the presidency. Osinbajo assures Nigerians that all persons within the law enforcement apparatus who participated in this travesty will be identified and subjected to appropriate disciplinary action. Now, the United States of America says it's looking forward to a free, fair, and credible governorship election come September 22nd in Osun State. The U.S. Consul General in Nigeria, John Bray, stated this during a courtesy visit to the governorship candidates of the APC, Gboyega Oyetola, and his PDP counterpart, Ademola Adeleke. Bray said the U.S. would observe the polls and encourage all participating political parties to eschew violence before, during, and after the polls. The Standards Organization of Nigeria says non-compliant imports of unfortified sugar, flour, vegetable oil, and salt are damaging the health and economy of the country. The Standards Agency's Deputy Director, Talatu Ethan, says the proliferation of most imported sugar are not in conformity with the Nigerian industrial standards. She said laboratory analyses have shown that most imported sugar are not fortified with vitamin A. She urged consumers to look out for the mandatory fortification sign on food products before purchasing them, noting that the Standards Agency has been raiding markets across the country and evacuating food products that are not fortified. And that's all on the news this hour. Join us again at the top of the hour for more. Let's find out now what the weather will look like for the rest of the day.
Welcome back. It's time for the newspaper headlines. We're starting with The Guardian and the headline, DSS operatives lay siege to National Assembly. A presidency sacks DG Lawal Daura over unlawful invasion. That's the big story there in all the papers. Nigeria risks fresh politics-induced economic crisis. Stock markets takes a 54 billion naira hit over National Assembly invasion. CBN intervenes with $210 million in forex market. All on the cover of The Guardian.
On the cover of The Punch, we have National Assembly invasion. Osinbajo sacks DSS DG Daura, replaces him with Sayefa. Ex-DSS boss whisked away by security operatives. Siege, a coup against democracy, say Saraki and Dogara. PDP chair, Secondos, asks UK to expel Buhari. Interesting. And it also says here, Akpabio resigns as Senate minority leader. Those are the headlines on the cover of The Punch.
All right, on the cover of the Daily Sun, we have the headline, Aftermath of DSS invasion, barricade of National Assembly, Daura, end of spy master. DSS DG kisses dust as Osinbajo bears fangs following Buhari's nod. Nigerians must rise to defend democracy, says Wike and a couple of others riders there. Akpabio resigns as Senate minority leader. Federal government appoints Sayefa, director from Bayelsa, acting DSS director general. And IPOB insists on referendum, not restructuring. And finally, 2009 pact, ASU pulls out of renegotiation. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
The Nation newspaper says DSS boss Daura fired. Osinbajo axes security chief over invasion of National Assembly. Saraki Dogara cancel meeting. Acting president vows sanctions. It also says here that Matthew Sayefa is acting DG. APC PDP disagree on DSS action. It also says here, CBN may increase rate to tame inflation. Akpabio resigns as minority leader. That seems to be on every cover here as well. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
The Vanguard is next. National Assembly, DSS boss fired for actions beyond his powers. House sacked Daura plotted National Assembly takeover with hooded strike force. Yeah, looking like a movie there. National Assembly leadership meeting called off indefinitely. Whereabouts of Daura unknown as operatives withdraw from National Assembly. Saraki Dogara stormed National Assembly amid jubilation by lawmakers, supporters, and a couple of other riders there. No more excessive profit for federal government's contracts, says BPP boss. Taraba, how 4 core members survived staying on a rock. Change of guards at the DSS. And you can see a photograph of the acting DSS DG there. And Akpabio resigns as Senate minority leader as jubilant youths block his convoy in Uyo. And we have some photographs on the cover of the Vanguard there of the siege at the National Assembly yesterday.
It's a very dramatic picture, if you ask me.
And the bold member of the House of Reps, Boma Goodhead, who was challenging some of the DSS gentlemen there.
Operatives. Wow. Okay, so there's so much happening in the papers today, but it's about time for us to head over to the garden.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
A very good morning to you, viewers. My name is Benjamin, and today I'm going to be taking you through some circuit exercises that will rev up your metabolism and get you enough energy going for the day. Welcome to your favorite show on TV, Wake Up Nigeria. So we are starting with the stretching exercises to ease the tension on the muscles and to flex your muscles. So we are going this way. We move to the other side. We go this way. We switch to the other side. Stretch the thighs. And the other way. So now that's it for the stretching exercises. So we are going to be going to the circuit exercises. So right here, we are starting with the flutter kick, the flutter squats. So we're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right here, we'll come over here. We are doing the back lunge. We go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we come over here. We're going with the push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So over here, we are doing the jumping jacks. So the jumping jacks are going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're coming over here. We're doing the high knees. So we're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right here, we're doing the jumping jacks now. The jumping jacks, you try to do chest to the floor. We'll go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll move over here. What we're doing here, we're doing the neutral elbow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here we are doing the mountain climber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right here, we are doing the flutter kick. So the flutter kick will go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we come over here. Starting, we're going with the prisoner squats. The prisoner squats, we're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right here, we're doing the skater's roll. We're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll come back here. We're doing the diamond push-up this time around. The diamond push-up targets more of your tricep muscles. So you're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So here we're doing the in and out knee tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we come over here. We are doing the basic sit-up. We go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here we are doing the jump knee tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, these circuit exercises, if you do them for 45 seconds and rest for 15 seconds, you are sure to rev up your metabolism, and that gives you the energy you need for the day. Thanks for watching. We're heading straight to the kitchen. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and an excellent morning to you. Of course, Chef Susan is here with me.
Good morning.
Lady in Red. Ooh. You remind me of that song. All right, so what are we stewing up this morning?
All right, we're going to be doing rice with stir-fry rice, then with peppered stewed mackerel fish. So, and we're going to have a bit of smoothie as well. Yeah, breakfast smoothie.
Yeah, let's talk about the mackerel stewed fish, which we are going into in a moment. We'll get to the
smoothie part,
because I mean these fruits are very, very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, but let's get to the mackerel fish, stewed fish. So
okay.
What are the ingredients we're making use of?
Oh, of course we have a fish. Mackerel fish is a very popular one, and we have a Scotch bonnet pepper blended here. We just need to spice it up and make it look good and sit well on whatever is it we're pairing it with, either rice or couscous. So we're just going to start by heating up the pan and throw the pepper in and also the fish.
Okay, so we're just making the fish and that.
Yes,
for the
that's
mackerel,
for the mackerel.
Okay, so I see a lot of vegetables here.
Yes, vegetable. You know how good and important vegetables are. We have the green, red, yellow bell pepper, also the carrot and some sweet corn, which is very vital. Then we're going to be making use of ginger, garlic, and red onions. That is going to go into our rice or couscous, either of the two. So vegetables are very important. You know, all the meals, rice, you know, there's always a complaint that rice is starchy, is not, you know, it makes you go fat, especially those that are trying to lose weight and all of that.
Like those of us.
They'll tell you, don't eat this, don't eat that, stay away from carbohydrates. You know, there are a lot of plants out there that, you know, okay, if you don't eat rice or anything, what else, what other food do people eat?
Well, but I hear that couscous is a healthy option.
Yes, it is.
But it's quite expensive, though.
Not expensive. You can get a couscous of 500 naira. At least for you, not that you're cooking it for...
A pack of couscous is one small pack like that.
Yes, now. Only, you know if you finish
500 naira can get you half the liter of rice. Just kidding. All right, so...
but it's affordable. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's affordable. So all of this vegetable is going to go into that, at least to make it more healthier. We all know the health benefits of all our vegetables are greens. That is how to spice up all
Okay, so let's get to our mackerel stewed fish.
Okay.
You need me to put on the gas for
the
you?
heater.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to bend in here and put on the socket so that we have that on. Okay. Let's help you drain this and just put this on here. So just in case you're just joining us, guys, we are making rice, stir-fried rice, of course, with
mackerel stewed mackerel fish. Yes.
And we have our Scotch bonnet. I really don't know why you chefs always call pepper Scotch bonnet. It's pepper.
Is that tarodo? Tarodo in Yoruba.
You know, let's bring it down to...
Okay, we're going to make use of the oil.
Okay, vegetable oil. Okay,
vegetable oil.
Okay. So basically, what's the process?
All right, it's
rice, stir-fried rice, of course, with
mackerel stewed mackerel fish. Yes.
And we have our Scotch bonnet. I really don't know why you chefs always call pepper Scotch bonnet. It's pepper.
Is that tarodo? Tarodo in Yoruba.
You know, let's bring it down to...
Okay, we're going to make use of the oil.
Okay, vegetable oil. Okay,
vegetable oil.
Okay. So basically, what's the process?
All right, it's a simple process. You just heat up your pan and pour your vegetable oil.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Alrighty, so basically we're just going to fry up our pepper and just put in our fish, right?
Of course, yes.
All right, we have to go on a quick commercial break. When we return, Joanna Adeyeleka will be joining Titi on the couch. Stay with us.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. And this is a topic we're going to talk about today that I've wanted to talk about for a long time. A mommy's boy is a man who is excessively attached to his mother at an age where men are expected to be independent. This particular bond is sometimes seen as an act of weakness, which puts extra strain on any woman in a relationship with such a man. Joanna Adeyileka is right here with me to discuss once again. We've been discussing behind the scenes, but how to discuss how women can actually relate with a mama's boy while in a relationship. Welcome back to the studio, Joanna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so a mama's boy.
Yes.
I have a feeling a lot of men don't realize that they could be a mama's boy.
Yes.
Or a mummy's boy.
Yes.
Or a bit too attached to mummy's apron strings, however you want to put it. So let's give them a little insight into who a mummy's boy actually is.
Okay, but before I start, I know I may be attacked, you know, because I have a mother-in-law myself. She's 87 years old, and I know the role she played in my husband's life.
Okay.
I also know the role I've played in my son's life. But what we're looking at here is how much authority does a mother have over her son, especially when he's married and he's taken on, you know, a woman, another mother.
Okay.
So what is it, how far should she go in, you know, with her authority over her son?
Okay.
The issues we are seeing in our society now is that the mother needs to know beforehand everything that the son is doing.
Okay.
You know, it's the mummy's boy who may call the son and say, "You've been married for 5 years now. There's no children.
Okay.
I think you should go and marry another woman
Okay.
to give you children."
So is he a mommy's boy if he says yes to that, or if, for instance, he responds to that and wants to just do what his mom says? Are you sure that's really pushing him towards the mommy's boy direction?
Well, you know, yes, it could be.
Because I'm thinking every son would want to please his mother in any way.
Well, we talk about the man leaving his mother and father and cleaving with his wife, and they become one.
Okay.
So it's not right in marriage for a man to seek his mother's approval before he does anything in his life. In family systems engineering, we say that when a man marries his wife, they produce their own DNA for their family, which excludes any third party.
Okay.
So, you know, when a man has to refer to his mum as a mummy's boy before he does anything in his marriage, it makes him a mummy's boy.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of actual real situations now, where you did mention the childbearing or child rearing. So for instance, if for instance the couple have agreed, you know what, we want to stay married for 5-6 years before having children.
Yes.
This is an agreement between a man and a woman.
Yes.
So you are saying that it's wrong for anyone, a third party, to intervene, but especially the mother?
Yes, of course. I was married for 5 years before I had my first child. Okay. There would be no one that could go to my husband to say anything like that because he was strong enough to explain that this marriage is between him and myself.
Okay.
But you find, you know, society, it's culture where most people will say, you know, after 2 or 3 months of marriage, everybody starts to look at your tummy. You should be pregnant by now. Okay. I mean, that's not the only issue, to be sincere. There are other issues like financial. You know, if a wife is at home, maybe looking after the children, everybody believes, it's my son. Okay. It's my son that's taking care of his wife. Really, that, again, could be an agreement between the husband and wife.
The wife. Okay.
So no one has the right to come into that marriage. But let's look at it from the other angle as well. That husband that you have was brought up for maybe 20, 30 or more years by this woman. So really, we should be looking at her gaining a daughter and not losing a son. Okay,
so now I feel like we still need to break down why some men are considered mommy's boys and why some women are just having such a tough time with them, with living with them or working with them in any case. I'm thinking that they sometimes probably act spoiled.
Of course.
I feel like maybe they don't carry out their responsibilities well. So then I do want to finger point at the mothers raising these children or these boys.
Well, I think, let's look at it from the angle that some boys are very close to their mothers right from the onset. I'll use my own as an example. I had a girl first, then I had a boy. When I was pregnant with the third pregnancy, my husband was on his knees every day praying that I have another boy, simply because if he was the only boy in the family, I would wrap him in cotton wool.
Okay.
So it depends on the position of the child in the family. Some, it's the firstborn. They've got so much money, they're responsible for the family, so definitely they don't want to share him with someone else.
Okay.
Also, it could be the mother is very close to that particular child and, you know, feels that is my husband. I mean, we know the Yoruba culture will say, Okomi, because they imagine that that child is closer to them than even their own husbands. Then finally, you have a last born who is the one you just want to keep as a baby for the rest of your life. Okay. So as they are growing up, they feel that they have that responsibility to their mothers, and their mothers will do anything never to sever that umbilical cord with their children. But then
that becomes a very big problem for a lot of women who are trying to, in quote, manage these men. There are just certain responsibilities that they don't understand.
Yes.
Why? Because their mothers are probably still doing their laundry in some cases, still picking
Cooking
out
for them.
lace for them or ashwebi for them,
yes.
still, you know, sending things home to sort of look after their sons.
Yes.
So the women need to know now, how do they manage that situation? They don't want to lose the man. They don't want to lose his respect.
Yes.
And they don't want to be disrespectful to the woman. How do they manage that?
Well, one of the things the woman must do is never make the husband choose between her and the mother.
Okay.
Because, you know, marriage, you're coming in as newness. Whereas with the parent, we've said, with the mother, you've been with her for so many years. So what you try and do is to draw your mother-in-law closer to you.
Okay.
Don't put your husband under stress that you either choose her or you choose me and that's it. That will never work.
So that's a losing battle.
There's a risk you will lose your marriage eventually. Or you won't get the, you know, the full attention or the love from your husband because it becomes a family feud. So basically what I'm saying is that do the things that you would normally do for your mother. Go along, buy her gifts, spend time with her, try and enforce your love on her. And once you've won your mother's heart, the mother-in-law's heart, you've won your husband's heart indirectly.
Some people might say that it's almost impossible to win a mother-in-law's heart, but that's another discussion for another day. I have to say thank you once again for coming to the studio, Joanna.
Thank you so much.
So, are you a mama's boy? Do you know of any mama's boys out there? Tell us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on social media. Please use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. And we will be reading some of those out probably later on today. Quite a lot is still happening in the kitchen. And this aroma. Something else. How's it going, MM?
All right, thank you very much. Titi, going really well so far, right, Susan?
Yes, very well.
Okay, so just in case you're just joining us, we are making rice and mackerel stewed fish. Yeah, and let's talk about the ingredients quickly and move over to what we're making.
All right, for the stir-fried rice, we have our vegetables already, the yellow, red, and green bell pepper. Then we have carrots here and the sweet corn, as well as garlic and ginger. Then the red onions. So we're going to be preparing the stew for the mackerel fish. The mackerel fish is boiling, so to save our time. So we're just going to, it's the normal way, usual way, the way you do your cooking at home. You can just
So yeah, guys, of course we are having this with rice.
Yes.
Our rice is almost ready.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm very curious about when you say stir fry, are we making the rice like fried rice or?
Yes, like fried rice. We parboil the rice, then stir the vegetables in its all its seasoning seasonings and the spices. We have some lovely spices here. We have the turmeric powder, the basil leaf. I'm just going to be substituting some usual stuff. You know, when you want to make your usual fried rice, you use the curry, the thyme, and also I'm just going to be substituting it with some spices.
So to replace the curry is in turmeric.
Yeah, your turmeric. Then the thyme, I'm using, this is called basil leaf. Yes. Then I'm going to be adding a little bit of cinnamon. Yes, and there's one spice that I love here. It's called nutmeg. Have you heard about nutmeg before?
Yeah,
all of these are good. So
okay, let's check our onions. Seems to be heating up pretty well. Nice. And I see here that you have sesame seeds.
Yes, sesame seeds. I love sesame seeds.
Okay, so yeah, we'll talk about the health benefits of sesame seeds here.
Yes,
but because we are making our mackerel stewed fish, let's quickly talk about the health benefits for mackerel fish.
Okay.
It's actually one of the most available and healthiest fish.
Yeah.
And very affordable too.
Very affordable.
Very affordable.
Very affordable.
You know?
I bought this too. I bought it for 300 naira.
See? Very, very affordable.
Very affordable.
Yeah.
Eating good meal doesn't have to tear your pockets
yeah,
or
your
pockets.
Budget. Yeah.
Yes, it's very affordable. So we're just going to leave this to steam up.
Okay.
Then we had our cube, seasoning cube. Then.
So when the fish is ready, what's next?
Yeah, we just
put it
in.
Are we mashing it? Are we
no, not mashing
just
it.
leaving it like
yes,
that?
that's the protein on the stir fried rice.
Okay, so let's talk about the mackerel fish. It's good for the skin.
Yeah.
It boosts it. Wait, there's a lot of food items we have talked about here on the show that actually help to lose weight. But how is it that we are still on that journey to losing the weight?
What most people, there's a friend of mine that wrote a book on eat to lose weight. You know, a lot of people are out there that will say, don't eat this, don't eat that. But most of the food we have here in Nigeria, what do? I think what we need to do is portion control and calories counting. Yeah. So all other food doesn't have to be your enemies just because you want to lose weight.
You have a point,
You just have
Susan.
to eat it in the last time.
Because we are making our mackerel stewed fish, let's quickly talk about the health benefits for mackerel fish.
Okay.
It's actually one of the most available and healthiest fish.
Yeah.
And very affordable too.
Very affordable.
Very affordable.
Very affordable.
You know?
I bought this too. I bought it for 300 naira.
See? Very, very affordable.
Very affordable.
Yeah.
Eating good meal doesn't have to tear your pockets
yeah,
or
your
budget.
pockets,
Yes, it's very affordable. So we're just going to leave this to steam up.
Okay.
Then we had our cube, seasoning cube. Then.
So when the fish is ready, what's next?
Yeah, we just
put it in. Are we mashing it? Are we
no, not mashing
just
it.
leaving it like
yes,
that?
that's the protein on the stir fried rice.
Okay, so let's talk about the mackerel fish. It's good for the skin.
Yeah.
It boosts it. Wait, there's a lot of food items we have talked about here on the show that actually help to lose weight. But how is it that we are still on that journey to losing the weight?
What most people, there's a friend of mine that wrote a book on eat to lose weight. You know, a lot of people are out there that will say, don't eat this, don't eat that. But most of the food we have here in Nigeria, what do? I think what we need to do is portion control and calories counting. Yeah. So all other food doesn't have to be your enemies just because you want to lose weight.
You have a point,
You just
Susan.
have to eat it in quantity. Use your plate if you are the type that can't measure your food. Get yourself probably a nice, small bowl that is okay. I don't have to eat beyond this. Then people should do a lot of calorie counting. Those are what add to your weight. If you know that you don't have to go beyond this calorie per day, then
all right. We're heading now on a quick break. So we're just going to put in our fish once our pepper is done frying up. And we'll be right back for more on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. World Breastfeeding Week is an annual celebration in more than 120 countries. The goal of this is to promote exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months, which yields tremendous health benefits and immunity against deadly diseases. Olaoye Oyetolani is a clinical nutritionist, a registered dietitian with the Association of Nigerian Dietitians, and she's very passionate about public health nutrition. And she's here, of course, to discuss and enlighten we nursing mothers on the ideal meal plan for nursing mothers. So let's talk about, I just had a baby. She's, 6 months old, yeah. And, well, truthfully, it's got to that point where I'm very cautious or very, very particular about my meal plan, my diet plan, what I should be eating. Because as much as I want to eat to feed her so that she's well nourished, I also want to, lose my weight as well. So what would you advise, what would you suggest to, most mothers like us?
Well, to start with, I would say this. The period of lactation, I mean, the first 6 months especially, because we stress the importance of exclusive breastfeeding. That first 6 months is very, very critical. Okay. I mean, the most critical, actually, in the life cycle, the life stages. Okay. So it's like the mother is the one producing everything for that little, that infant. So you are the one determining how adequate the diet that your baby is on will be. So it depends, so much it would be on what the mother feeds on, actually. Yeah. So now, looking at it from this angle, I usually tell mothers, and I'm going to tell you too now, because you talked about losing weight.
Yeah.
Well, I tell them at times, the fact is, at the period where you're breastfeeding, most of what you feed your baby from does not, most of it doesn't come from your diet. It doesn't come from your diet alone. There's some others that come from the stores in your body.
Stores? What kind of stores are you talking about?
We call some things nutrient store.
Okay.
Over time, you've added weight.
Yes.
That's more fat. There'll be some more protein in the tissues.
Yeah.
So many other nutrients here and there. The body stores nutrients, and that is why over time you can notice maybe someone is on a prolonged fast, and the person can still sustain it for some time because this person is drawing from the body stores.
True.
So you're feeding your baby is not just from diet alone. It's from diet and also from your body stores.
Okay, so let's talk about the first 3 months, which is the most critical in every nursing woman, because that's the bonding stage between the mother and the child. So what would you suggest? What are the exact meals that you suggest, especially for those 3 months, those critical 3 months? What kind of meals would you suggest for the nursing mother during those 3 months?
Now, the major thing, of course, I'll talk about the 3 major that should be considered in a lactating woman's diet. Okay. Number 1 is calcium, because she's lost a lot of calcium while, should I say, producing during the period of pregnancy. And even while lactating, she's losing a lot of calcium from her bones. Okay. And that is why women have more issues with bone pain than men do. Yes. So she's losing a lot of calcium. She would need more calcium stores. Okay. So she needs to eat foods that are rich in calcium. Sure. Another thing is, of course, when I talk about foods rich in calcium, I mean your milk, I mean your fortified cereals, I mean your lentils, your crayfishes, and a lot of them. Now, the second thing is water. And a lot of women don't know this.
Sure.
Water, because milk, it composes, it's liquid.
Oh, yes.
And so you need to drink a lot of water.
Okay.
Normally, we would say like 0.9 liters extra, plus the maybe 2.16 liters. Now, I wouldn't want you to now get...
In a day?
Yeah, in
a day?
Now, let me explain something. I wouldn't want you to now go get 3 liters of water and put it beside you and say, now, they said we should drink water, so let me just keep... No, you can get water from fruits. You can get it from your beverages. You can get it from some fluids here and there. And there's some soft diet that you should take. So at that time, she should take a lot of soft diet, take a lot of fluid, take a lot of practical water now. I mean, water.
Okay, talking about water, I remember that during the first 3 months, I was told and advised to take hot water.
Okay.
What do you think? Is that advisable?
Who gave you that? instruction.
Well, you know, you get a lot of this, so...
That's it. You get a lot of
old
women's fables. You get a lot of meats. You get no, I'm still going to touch on something.
Okay.
Because this issue of women, there's this particular food. If you take this food, you're going to lactate more. The breast milk is going to be...
I'm coming to pepper soup. Well, let's wait to hot water.
Anyway, pepper soup, yeah, because it's under, it's a fluid-like diet.
Okay.
We have some, maybe fish or meat and a lot of water around it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's another one under the water, you know, the water family.
Okay, so you're saying that hot water shouldn't be, it really doesn't matter.
Have to be. If you need hot water, okay, probably because, yeah, maybe because of the tummy, you want to burn some fat, you put some lemon in it, and then you drink that, fine. But if it's about that, you now keep taking hot water every time, simply because you're lactating, there is no scientific evidence backing that.
Okay, so let's move over to the 6 months of, you know, your meal plan. Does it change? Does it have to change? What other diets would you suggest that a nursing mother should take to keep it? Because from my experience, I have noticed that in the last 6 months, I'm not lactating like I should. So does it have to do with my diet? Does it have to do with my diet in any way, or is that just normal?
No, it's not normal.
Okay.
There are many things that can contribute to a woman not lactating very well. But you started lactating normally.
Yes.
Yeah, because it should be immediately you give birth, you put the baby to your breast, and then, you know, from there. But so many things. Number one, diet is there. Number two, psychological, the mother's psychological state. There are some women that maybe they're having issues in their marriage. Maybe they have some problems here and there, and they are not just well coordinated. They are not stable at that time, and it would affect you. Really, you may not lactate well. Now, apart from, I talked about calcium. I talked about water.
Water, yeah.
Your calorie, the quantity, the energy level of your food, and this is quite individualistic.
Okay.
And it's based on a person's BMI, the body mass index. Okay. So usually, would advise by the time you get into the 3rd trimester, and then lactating, and of course, postpartum now, yeah, you should consume like 550 more kilocalories. Yes, I'm talking about energy. I would explain. Okay. That means you should have like some more quantity of food added to your normal diet routine.
Whoa.
Yes. I'm not talking about loading up.
Okay.
Like some people would do.
I was going to that.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Regular, frequent meals. You can take your breakfast, take a little, maybe grams, crackers, maybe just before lunch.
Okay.
Then take your lunch, maybe a solid. Doesn't have to be heavy, just regular.
In small portions, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
With a lot of fluid, I'm not going to mention a particular food, because some people will say, oh, that food, okay, that's the magic food that will make me lactate more. Like I said, there is no scientific evidence backing that a particular food makes you lactate more. What matters is the nutrient content in the food. Calcium, magnesium, folic acid. When you talk about folate, you're talking about your liver, you're talking about your green leafy vegetables, you're talking about your folic, you're talking about
well, there are a lot of
your
fish.
black-eyed beans.
Yeah.
Then when we talk about zinc, you're talking about your seafoods, you're talking about your crayfishes, your fish. So very, very essentials. Those macronutrients should be, you know, largely in your diet. Then omega-3 fatty acid. Omega-3, that very powerful. You know, that fatty acid, that is what you find in the supplements that people take. This, you say omega-3 supplements, because it helps in your child's brain.
Talking about supplements, the truth is, after I gave birth, I tried to avoid taking any kind of medication because I was very particular about not transferring it through breast milk to my child. So is it ideal? Do you think, would you advise that women should, you know, nursing mothers should take supplements, and what kind of supplements should they take?
They might take.
Okay.
But it must be under the supervision of a physician or a registered dietitian. I didn't say nutritionist now. I said a registered dietitian. Because those are the ones that, those are the people trained to know the adequate thing for you to take. Now, supplements. What are supplements? It's like you can't get this food and then they have it in a pill-like kind of form, and they give it to you. It's still the same food. So there are times when if she can't reach multivitamins, can get magnesium, can get folic acid, can get zinc, they can give her. The doctor can say, okay, let me just, you're lacking some maybe iron and all of that. Take this, you know, as a pill.
So it's important as a nursing mother, try to see a dietitian, you know,
and
to
your
get,
doctor,
you know,
so they would just guide you
on
what
what
to,
to
you know, what
take.
and what to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, so much. I've learned so much. And truth is, because it's breastfeeding, you know, week and month, we are definitely going to have this discussion again, because nursing mothers need to be, you know, fully informed and aware, so that you're not taking the wrong things and you're, you know, doing what's right for you and your baby. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. And of course, the discussion will continue later on this week from the chats with our registered dietitian, Olayo. We just rounded off the first hour of the show. So stay with us for more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Excellent morning to you. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and our week is looking up, and we're so excited about the show.
Yeah.
And we still have you for
We're at the
quite a bit.
hump of the week now.
It's
So
Wednesday.
it's like Wednesday, and then after that, we just ease in to the weekend very nicely. The show, of course, is Wake Up Nigeria. We will be sticking around for another hour or so. My name is Yomi Ogbe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're live online at tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. Look us up at TVC Connect. For comments, quite a lot of comments come in every single day. The comments need that hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all join.
Yeah.
Put the hashtag there.
Use the hashtag. And don't forget, has some fashion hacks to show us later on the show to switch things up a little bit in our closet.
Yes, indeed. And after that, we'll be feeding our soul with some music from Nigerian award-winning Engligo rapper. I just wanted to see if I could pronounce that the right way. BC will be in the studio.
Wait for this one. Come on. Are you ready for this one? I love you.
And after that, you can expect a sit-down with Nollywood actress Jumoke Odetola. You want to check her out.
And that exactly is my puzzle. Ma shewere, kiwere ma ba she.
I love Nigerian slaps. I love it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, stop. Then the director. Just behind the scenes, it's really nice.
But wait,
It's funny.
but can't they chop real slap? Like, come on, what's?
No,
it's
no.
just a slap.
Even in Hollywood, they don't chop real
Wow,
slap.
whoa,
They
really?
don't chop real
Who
slap
said?
now.
Which movies have you been
They
watching?
don't. They don't.
They actually
They do.
don't.
It's just that they're so good at reacting that you think it's real.
That's why you have stuntsmen. They actually, you know,
They
hire
collect
stuntsmen.
Okay, now
Slap.
Mission Impossible. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but then Tom Cruise is known for doing almost all, if not all, of his
The
stunts.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you understand?
But that's an adrenaline junkie.
No, you know there are times.
Not all of them are.
If they didn't collect the hard knocks, as it were, you wouldn't hear stories about them getting injured. Jackie Chan has broken virtually every bone in
Even
his
Tom
body.
Cruise, there was a time he had one of the Mission Impossible sequels.
Yes.
He had a bone injury, a backbone injury from one of
now.
his stunts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at Jason Statham.
But the thing is, they have $1 million insurance policies
Well, true, actually.
on their
I agree.
bodies.
So they can afford to.
Even J-Lo insured her behind. So see, what are you saying?
You can insure yours, Titi, if you want to.
Tina Turner insured her legs. What are you saying?
You can
now?
insure yours if you want to.
Don't worry, it's coming.
All right, guys. So I actually just really want to put this out there. Water has actually taken a lot of lives recently. Yeah. So I really think that it actually calls for urgent attention. I mean, there was one recently with the NYC Cup corps members.
Yeah,
I mean,
9 of them.
it's been terrible. So I think people need to be a lot more. If you have to avoid the waterways, just avoid it completely if you have to. But I think everyone just needs to be careful and cautious around
I
the
totally
water.
agree with that. I totally agree with that.
been
There's been quite a number of accidents taking place because of the increase in rainfall.
rainfalls.
So yeah, we need to be careful along those.
Yeah, so basically.
Let's head over for the news now.
Hello and welcome. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. The installment of a new DG for the State Security Service followed the sacking of Lawal Daura as the Director General of the service. In a statement released by the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the Vice President Laolu Akonde, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo had directed Daura to hand over to the most senior officer of the State Security Service until further notice. Our next story contains flash photography. The Department of State Security Service now has a new Chief Intelligence Officer. He's Matthew Seyafa. Until his appointment, he was the director in charge of the Institute of Security Studies, an institution established in 2005 as the cardinal training institution for the Secret Service. The acting DG is an indigene of Bayelsa State and was director of operations of the service between 2007 and 2010. Insiders at the SSS said he's close to retirement and was billed to proceed on terminal leave later this month. Meanwhile, acting President Yemi Osinbajo describes the unauthorized takeover of the National Assembly complex as a gross violation of constitutional order. Senior Special Assistant to the acting President on Media and Publicity, Laolu Akonde, said the action was done without the knowledge of the presidency. Osinbajo assures Nigerians that all persons within the law enforcement apparatus who participated in the travesty will be identified and subjected to appropriate disciplinary action. The United States of America says it's looking forward to a free, fair and credible governorship election come September 22nd in Osun State. The U.S. Consul General in Nigeria, John Bray, stated this during a courtesy visit to the governorship candidate of the APC, Gboyega Oyetola, and the PDP counterpart, Ademola Adeleke. Bray said the U.S. would observe the polls and encourage all participating political parties to eschew violence before, during, and after the polls. The Standards Organization of Nigeria says non-compliant imports of unfortified sugar, flour, vegetable oil and salt are damaging the health and economy of the country. The Standards Agency's Deputy Director Talatu Ethan says the proliferation of most imported sugar are not in conformity with the Nigerian industrial standards. She said laboratory analyses have shown that most imported sugar are not fortified with vitamin A. She urged consumers to look out for the mandatory fortification sign on food products before purchasing them, noting that the Standards Agency has been raiding the markets across the country and evacuating food products that are not fortified. And that's it on the news. These are. Thanks for joining us. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.
All right, welcome back. It's the Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, on the show today, I'll be teaching you a few clothing life hacks. So yeah, what are life hacks actually? Basically, life hacks are, do it yourself on how to fix basic things or just turning an old clothing wear into a new one. So first of all, I'm going to be teaching you how to hide your bra strap. It's not really decent for you, I know many of us like to, many of we ladies, we like to wear our singlets. So it's not nice, and it looks a little tacky when you have your bra strap, of course, coming out of your singlet. So the best way to hide your bra strap is using office pins. Well, this is actually called office pins, basically. Not the office pins like that we're very familiar with, but this office pins, they're basically like office staples. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take both ends of the back of your bra and then tuck it in. So I'm going to open up the office pin, attach one end to your bra like this, and then you attach the other end. You hook it on to the office pin. So that way you get that. So make sure you tack it in nicely so that it's not popping out, as you can see here. And there you have it. That way your bra is nicely hidden under your singlets. You don't have your bras sticking out of your, singlets. The next life hack I'll be teaching you is how to turn your sweatshirts into a dress. So I'll just need you to put this on quickly. So just in case on one of those days where you're, sleeping over at a friend's place, I really do not have anything to wear. So you have, well, there are always sweatshirts available, basically. So what you're going to do here is you just wear your sweatshirts through your neck. Why sweatshirts? Because basically they're supposed to, have that big effect on your body. So you put it, across your body. That's the neck across your body. And we're going to be making use of office pins here, or safety pins if you like. So next what I'm going to do is, so I'll just like you to turn a little. Yep. So what you do is you arrange it nicely. And if you're lucky to get a really nice black sweatshirt, that would be a good idea. So what you do is you cross it behind like this, and you take it forward. So just help me flip your hair back a little. Yeah, great. All right, and there you have it. So can you hold this for me? Okay, so next you tuck this under one part just to create a sleeve, basically. So just tuck this in nicely. Make sure that, you could also use a needle and thread, but if it's not available, safety pins are always available. So yeah, you just tuck that in nicely. And then you do that to the other end quickly. And you are good to go to the office, or if you have to rush off to anywhere quickly. So there you have it. A little pretty black dress from your sweatshirt dress. From your sweatshirt, basically. Okay, so the last life hack I'll be teaching you here on the show is, many of us usually always have issues with our zipper jeans where, they become so old and rusty and they do not seem to zip nicely anymore. So what you do here is you get your key ring. You have your key ring, yeah? You take away the keys, like I've done with this one, yeah? And then you attach it. Every zipper always has that hole. There's a bigger one and there's a smaller one, but attach it to the smaller one. And then you have this, yeah? And then you zip through and then hang the key ring onto the button. And then you button up. So that way you don't have your zipper pulling, back, because it can be quite embarrassing. Have you ever had that kind of thing before? Oh, you have. So you see? So here you go. That way it's safe and nice, and then you don't have to worry about, embarrassing your, private area in public. All right, so quickly before we run off, we have one more fashion hack I'm going to be teaching you here. So basically this is an old shirt that I'm not using anymore. And yeah, I just got this on my closet. So basically, I'm just going to turn this into a wrap top. So what I have done here is I've taken away the neck, as you can see. So it's pretty loose here. So next, what I'm going to do is I have my scissors. Yeah? So I'm just going to cut. Basically, I'm just quickly going to cut this through. Make it into I just want to get a square shape. Just cut it straight here. And then you cut it here. So to play safe, it's always better for you to mark with your chalk or your marker or whatever. But because we're quickly in a hurry, I'm just going to quickly teach you this and then we'll run off. So then you come up here and you open up this part quickly. As you can see, like it's pretty easy. And so you're just going to wear this around quickly. Yeah. And there you have it. And then you put this nicely around and you tie it at the back. And you are good to go. You see? Very nice, easy, and simple. All right, so we'll head over to BC for her performance quickly. Over to you, BC.
First time I set my eyes on you, deep down inside I felt a part of me move. Was more than emotions, I couldn't explain. Its explosion of pleasures and everything good was cool. Never imagined you were meant for me. Me by your side, I didn't know it was meant to be. It's gotta be spiritual, man, I'm stuck on you mentally. I should have known forever, you and me was supposed to be. Ha, close to me, no one in the world been so close to me. My shadow jealous every time you're holding me. Your smile electric, I'm losing control of me. Tough like a rubber, now your love has broken me. I'm the queen, you're the king of my colony. No dichotomy, I don't do this usually, but normally when you're in love, every activity is an anomaly. Your love is sweeter than honey, my baby. Benjamin Semna Banaba Munagiso, Eva Benino, Ihunaya Modi Quaginso, in a baby ship of corn, a rank and mess of talk, as I'm Gina Munagige be forever till I drop. Namo, Jobodo Yibo, sunrise to sunset in Guinea Mudo. Ah, nobody, I mean nobody can make me feel the way you do, my spirit so body. However, whatever, whenever you call me, I'm down. If you're lucky, ocean man, I'm willing to drown. You're my everything, my father, brother, mentor, and clown. You go win award, best husband in town. Man, no forgetting out from honey. I'll tell you harmony. Me and you together, only where we have a sweet journey. You're the angel sent to me. You're the very best for me. I'm so into you, loving you till eternity. Together forever. Baby, said together forever. Your love is sweeter than honey, my baby. You're my everything. You're my everything. Yes, you're my everything.
Why all quiet? Why all quiet? That's BC in the house. Wonderful, wonderful. I was enthralled. Like, you're still feeling yourself. Okay, let me join and feel.
Okay, please, let's,
hold it.
This way.
Okay, so
this way.
Okay.
And that way.
And that way. Okay.
This way. And that way again.
Okay, now. All right, we've got Obiajulu Olabisi Ugbo, who is an award-winning and fast-growing female rapper whose lyrical content is a blend of English and Igbo. Her switch from gospel to secular music was from a need to fill the gap of healthy and sane lyrics for the Nigerian youth. Of course, she's one of the beautiful co-hosts of Your View, and trust me, she's a whole lot. Ife, that was that song, right?
Yes.
Wow, wow, it was a blend. It was wonderful. I saw the video, the blend of, you know, the orchestra, Afro pop, and all
jazzy.
of that. When was this song released?
That was early this year.
Early this year. What inspired this song? It had to be, you really had to be in love to sing a song like this.
I'm in love, actually.
Okay,
so I can sing about love, shouldn't I?
Yeah, of course you should. So. You know, but that's the thing now. A number of people think that it's, you know, there's this, you know, you said you switch from gospel to secular as it is. And I feel that secular, you know, secular music doesn't have anything to do with spirituality or something like that. You know, why did you switch and...
Okay, music in itself is spiritual.
Okay.
No, but the kind of music I wanted to do, I was being like put in a box if I was to be in gospel. Wow. So I needed to diversify. I wanted to do eclectic music where I have a combination, a fusion of different kinds of music. And I wanted the kind of music that would give me the opportunity to talk about life issues, which, you know, when you do gospel, basically it's more about singing about Jesus and all of that. Yes. Yeah. I didn't want just that. I wanted to be able to talk about life using my songs.
You know, look, listening to this now, do you have a body of work, and how do people get access to that body of work if you do have?
Okay, I have a body of work. You go to my website.
Okay, what's
BC Ugbo, www.bcugbo.com.
Okay.
You see everything about me in that website.
You don't have time, just drop some people.
Okay. All right.
Let me be your hype man.
Okay. I used to think the world was as simple as it looked, and everything just worked about the books. And when you say yes, you mean yes, and when no, you mean no, huh? Baby, I was wrong. So many things just to survive, and a lot of people did seem a lot. The crazier, the better, the sexier, the harder, what many people do to live this life. But I'm gonna be in my core, and everything's gonna work out, I'm sure. Cause I'm flowing, I know it, my lyrics are growing. I can't wait to make it all over, just name it, chop, chop. Yo.
Hey! You're going to go on Your View today, right?
Yes, I know.
Big shout out to you ladies. You guys have talent there. Very nice talent. Big shout out to everyone. All right, it's not quite over yet.
Thank you for the opportunity.
It was great to have you.
Thank you.
And it's not quite over yet. We're back with actress Jumoke Odetola. Of course, she will be with Yomi and Titi. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break. You're going to go on Your View today, right?
Yes, I know.
Big shout out to you ladies. You guys have talent there. Very nice talent. Big shout out to everyone. All right, it's not quite over yet.
Thank you for the opportunity.
It was great to have you.
Thank you.
And it's not quite over yet. We're back with actress Jumoke Odetola. Of course, she will be with Yomi and Titi. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, Jumoke Odetola is a Nigerian actress, model, director, producer, and scriptwriter who started her Nollywood career in the English language cinema before acting in several Yoruba language films.
And through her acting career, where originally against her parents' wishes, she found her fulfillment in the industry. Since then, to persuade them to accept her chosen career.
Yeah, since then, of course, she's won many awards and done many films, and she's joining us this morning.
Yeah.
Hi, Jumoke. How's it going?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you too?
Good. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for waking up early.
Yeah, and thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like you watch this show, I feel like you've seen us.
Yes, I watch it.
Okay, what's your favorite aspect of the show?
This.
The interviews?
The interviews, the interesting people that we bring.
The entertainment segment.
Oh, thank you so much for making it to the studio.
Yeah, so congratulations on your EMVCA. I know that it was really big for you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you. It is a big deal for me.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, like the highlight of your career. And so tell us about you know, the role, of course, of Binta and how you eventually got this award.
Okay, when I set out to make the movie Binta Ofege, it was born out of the fact that my manager, who also happened to be a boss, because it was the one who helped me shape on my career. When I got into the industry, I was fortunate to meet someone like him who put me through a lot of things. And so it was born out of the fact that he said he would like to showcase that part of me whereby people would see me in different forms. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you see the movie Binta Ofege, you see the character in so many forms. She played the role of a police officer, a pregnant woman, a young girl, and she was so many things in
very
one.
Versatile in different,
very versatile in one. So, and when we made the movie, we didn't have it in mind that we wanted to submit it for the award. It was just like something we just did. We just thought about, and okay, although we had our research, but it was not something we expected would be accepted that much. So I would say it's been God all the way.
Wow.
Okay, so I've been wondering, you do so many aspects to movie making. You're a scriptwriter, you've directed before, you're a producer.
No, I've not directed.
Okay, wow. Okay, so I'm thinking it's something you might do down the line?
Yes, I'm actually thinking of it. Yeah. I'm already I'm thinking of going for a training on that.
Okay. But what aspect do you like the most?
Well, I like the parts, the scriptwriter part, and then the parts, the actor's part. I like the scriptwriter part because it gives me that image of a semi-god. There, I get to create character, I get to write, like it's like a dream. It's like you build something, like I'm the builder, like I'm the one creating characters, I'm making people, okay, I want this to be a bad person, I want this character to be a good person. So I stand in that position to create character and then to know how I want them to be. Yeah. Then as an actor, I get my script, I read, I interpret the role. That one, I do not have a say in making the character. I only have to bring my character to life. So there are two different things, and they are somehow interwoven too. So I love those two.
Yeah, we're going to talk about.
Then the part of being a producer, that one is actually very tasking, demanding, because I have to be in all the stages: the pre-production, the production, and then the post-production. So that one is actually tasking and demanding, but I love the part that I get to oversee everything. As an actor, I just go play my role, and then I do a follow-up with the producer that, okay, how is the movie? Is it coming out well?
And things like that. I'm going to talk about a recent trailer I saw about a comedy movie you did, the Higi Haga. Crazy, absolutely hilarious. Just seeing a 1-minute trailer, and it was really, really hilarious. But I also want to take you back a little bit to your personal life growing up and all of that, and the fact that you had to hide being an actress from your parents for a while because your father had really high expectations. Tell us about that.
Okay, my father was a good man. I would be addressing him in the past because he's late now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, so he was a good man. He had female children, all female children. So he wanted to prove to the world that there is this particular notion that females, they end up in the kitchen, although that one is ancient. Yeah. It's already archaic. So he just wanted us to be successful in our chosen career, and he wanted us to be able to impact in our world. So, and I was his little child. I'm the last child of the family. So growing up, we were very close, very, very close. He was always there for me. And I knew that he wouldn't want to hear anything about that because we talk about a lot of things. We used to talk about a lot of things. So I knew he wouldn't want to hear anything about that. So I couldn't tell him. It was a dream I nurtured within me. And I was unable, I didn't even have the confidence to face him to tell him. So it was just a dream. And the dream came alive with me after I finished from the university. I'd already graduated then when while I was waiting for my NYSC call-up letter, my sister caught me in the act during one of my usual demonstration and acting in front of the mirror. So she was the one who supported me, and I blessed the day. Oh, wow. Each time I remember,
you kept it a secret for a long time.
Yeah.
How long exactly?
It's been a dream. It's been a childhood dream. It's been but I never knew I would do it professionally. I never knew it was something I would. I just liked it.
I feel like you're one of those actors that always has a favorite scene, a favorite character. Which one of the characters you played is your favorite?
Believe me sincerely, I don't think I have a favorite character. I love it when I get to play different roles. That's one of the high points for me in this chosen career. That's even the drive.
Yeah.
I think I should say that's a passion for me. Getting to be this today and getting to be that tomorrow, and then getting back home to be my real self.
You remember specifically, and there's one you can probably perform for us today.
It's probably Binta Ofege.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's the big
Give us a monologue.
Yeah.
Give us a monologue.
Okay, which would you like?
Well, I
seen-
think we're going to take a clip first
Okay.
of one of your films, and then we'll come back for a short monologue.
Okay.
Chidewa, ọ̀rọ̀ náà ló gbé mi débi. Ṣé kì í ṣe pé Jídé ń bá ẹ jà? Kì í jà. Yeah. Ìfẹ́ kì í jà. Ìfẹ́ kì í bínú. Okay. He loves me so much. I know, right? And that is the most important thing in a relationship. True. You said? Kilowi? Ajawani. What? Èmi àti Jídé jíjọ wà ni. Ìwọ àti Jídé jíjọ wà. So where is he? Ó wà nínú mọ́tò. Don't know.
Jídé.
Ibo ló tún pẹ̀lú báyìí? Ibo ló wà?
Wow.
What a way to come with Jídé.
Wow,
I came with Jídé. And it turns out that,
That's a very pathetic story.
Yeah.
A very intense one. A psychological
So
one.
we've given you a few minutes to prepare your monologue.
Okay.
It's about time for you to give it to us. Right?
Okay. I think I'll do Binta Ofege because it actually gave me my first award on the biggest platform for filmmakers in Africa. So I think I'll do that, and I'll also like to play, you know, I said there are so many sides to me in that particular movie. So I think I'll go for the street girl character because that's actually cut off from
So you have just
30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds, a minute. Okay. Yeah. I'm waiting for your call. Action, that's what I understand.
Action.
Obìnrin tèmi ò kí ń tẹ̀yìn tọ̀ ọ̀kan náà ni mò ń gbà spray anybody èmi Binta ọ̀bẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀dàn ọmọ aláàgọ́ àsálò tọkùnrin mẹ́tàlá bá dòyè ká mi tó bá sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ dòyè ká mi màá lọ́pọlọ sán màá fi bambozo.
Hey!
Binta Ofege.
For that, you deserve breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah.
We're going to take you to the kitchen.
That's the one I've been waiting for.
I'm going to take you to the kitchen for that.
All right, let's
go.
All right.
You are absolutely amazing.
That was a nice transformation right there.
Thank you.
Transformation.
Really?
Street to take over.
Interview was going on, your mind was here.
Yes, my mind was here. I just kept on looking.
Please have a seat here.
Thank you.
All right, so quickly, Chef Susan is going to tell us what she's made here today, alongside a cup of smoothie.
Ooh, very nice.
Hi, Jumoke.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning. So here for you this morning is a plate of stir-fried rice with a lot of vegetables in it and a stewed mackerel fish, popularly called Titus.
And then
a cup of smoothie.
See, I'm smiling. And I don't
quickly, let's talk about what's in the smoothie.
So what's in the smoothie?
What's in the smoothie? Yeah. In this smoothie, we have pineapple, a little bit of watermelon, and beetroot. That is actually the main.
White red, right?
Yes. That's it's called pinkish purple. Pinkish purple, that's the main ingredient of this smoothie because of it. So it has a whole lot of benefits. Health benefits, you know.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And bananas.
So reduces high blood pressure, and there's bananas and apple. Everything in
Bring this
good
food
proportion.
now.
Please, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So there you
right.
go.
Wait.
All right.
I'm the only one eating.
Yes.
Oh, no, don't worry. We'll take
Fire, yes. I'm sure they are watching.
I take care of ourselves.
Yes, indeed. Please tell us how this tastes. Please.
Okay.
I hope you're not dieting, no.
No, it's
With this, I'm ready to break it.
Oh, wow.
Chef
Okay,
Susan, well
so
done.
come join me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's wait for the verdict. Drum roll, please.
Pasha, I'll be very sincere. I'll be very blunt.
Yes, please, please do.
All right.
Don't talk anyhow.
I hope someone captured that moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Now my heart is in.
Okay. What? Good?
I need another.
All right.
So,
That's a great verdict.
You need another. You've not given your verdict. Okay. All right. Sure.
Maybe you should taste the fish. The fish.
The fish.
Together with it.
is there something about the fish?
No. I just want your total package.
I think we need to
I
start
think it's
rounding
going to
off
be
now.
a long process. She's processing
While she's processing that, we're going to say a
This
big
is
thank you to
Food,
Homely.
right?
Yeah, it's food.
Yeah.
It's
We're going to say a
food.
big thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And of course, Fola's Place for the hairstyling in the studio. Thank you so much. See you again tomorrow for the Thursday edition.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good thank you. Come join me.
Yes, indeed. Please tell us how this tastes. Please.
Okay.
I hope you're not dieting, no.
No, it's
With this, I'm ready to break it.
Oh, wow.
Chef
Okay,
Susan, well
so
done.
come join me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's wait for the verdict. Drum roll, please.
Pasha, I'll be very sincere. I'll be very blunt.
Yes, please, please do.
All right.
Don't talk anyhow.
I hope someone captured that moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Now my heart is in.
Okay. What? Good?
I need another.
All right.
So,
That's a great verdict.
You need another. You've not given your verdict. Okay. All right. Sure.
Maybe you should taste the fish. The fish.
The fish.
Together with it.
is there something about the fish?
No. I just want your total package.
We need to
I
start
think it's
rounding
going to
off
be a
now.
long process. She's processing
While
this.
she's processing that, we're going to say a big thank you to
Food,
Homely.
right?
Yeah, it's food.
Yeah.
It's
We're going to say a
food.
big thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And of course, Fola's Place for the hairstyling in the studio. Thank you so much. See you again tomorrow for the Thursday edition.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.